So this week, something kind of wild happened in the AI world. A new release dropped that was a total surprise. I mean, I wasn't looking for it. I was expecting something else entirely, and then boom, Grok 4.1 was just there. Okay, so let's dive into this unexpected update and figure out what it's all about.
But before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me ask you something. When you need information that's happening right now, like breaking news, real-time trends, what's the one major AI model that can actually tap into that live global conversation as it happens?
Yep, you got it. It's Grok. That direct line to the X feed is its superpower, and that superpower just got a serious tune-up. So let's break down what this new version is, what it can do, and most importantly, where it actually fits in your own AI toolkit.
To really get what makes Grok tick, you've got to start with its core advantage. You know, the thing that truly sets it apart from every other player in the game. And it all comes down to real-time data.
Now, this slide here really lays it all out. See, most AI models you use, like ChatGPT, are trained on this massive but ultimately static set of data. Their knowledge literally has a cutoff date. But Grok? Grok is drinking directly from the fire hose of X, live up to the second. And that makes it uniquely powerful for anything that's evolving by the minute. And look, this isn't just some marketing fluff. It's a fundamental difference in how it's built. The source puts it perfectly. Grok is the only AI model that can pull up-to-date information from X. That's the key thing to remember.
All right, so what exactly is this 4.1 update? Well, basically, it replaces the old Grok 4 fast model, but it's a whole lot smarter. The old version would sometimes overthink simple questions, wasting time doing deep research when you just wanted a quick answer. This new model is way more efficient. It gives you a fast answer for a simple question, but saves that heavy-duty research for when you actually ask for it.
But hey, Grok is way more than just a fancy real-time search engine. The team has been packing some seriously powerful features under the hood, turning it into a real creative and research tool. Let's take a look.
So we're going to look at 4 big things here. It's deep research mode, the incredibly fast image and video generator called Grok Imagine, how it handles projects with custom instructions, and a really cool feature for automating tasks.
First up, deep research. The best way to think about this is as the perfect middle ground. It's for those times when you need more than a quick one-liner, but you don't want to wait forever for a full-blown report. It really hits that sweet spot between speed and depth.
And when we say fast, how fast are we really talking? Well, for a query on market trends that had to scan 39 different web pages, Grok's deep research pulled together a full report in just 59 seconds. 59 seconds. A similar deep dive on other platforms, that could easily take you 10 minutes or more. I mean, that is a huge difference.
Okay, next up, let's talk about Grok Imagine, their built-in creative tool. And if there's one word to describe it, it's speed. This is hands down one of the fastest AI image and video generators out there today.
And check out how simple this workflow is. It's awesome. You write your prompt, and it starts generating an endless stream of images, like instantly. See one you like? You just add a second prompt to animate it into a short video clip. This is an absolute game changer for creating quick, unique content for social media.
Last but not least on the features, let's clear up 2 things, projects and tasks. Think of projects kind of like you do in ChatGPT. They're for your ongoing work where you can add custom instructions and files to keep all the context. Tasks, on the other hand, that's all about automation. You can set up a recurring prompt, something like, give me a bulleted list of AI news every day at 7 a.m., and Grok will just do it automatically.
Okay, so we've seen all the cool stuff it can do, but let's be real. The big question is, with so many amazing AI tools floating around, where does Grok actually fit? Why should you add this one to your workflow?
And that's a super important question, right? An AI tool is only good if you actually know when to use it over another one. So let's get practical.
So the source for today's explainer laid out their personal workflow, and it's actually a really smart way to think about it. For general brainstorming, a tool like ChatGPT is probably your best bet. For the heavy-duty writing or summarizing really long documents, Claude is often the go-to choice. And Grok is your specialist for daily news, quick updates, and anything where that real-time info is what matters most.
And this is a really, really good pro tip. Grok's free version is super generous. Unlike some other models where you hit a paywall pretty fast, you can get a ton of value out of Grok without paying a dime. You really only need to think about upgrading if it becomes your #1 primary AI assistant for pretty much everything.
All right, so we've covered what it is, how it works, and when you should use it.
So let's wrap this all up with a final verdict on the Grok 4.1 update.
So if you boil it all down, the verdict on Grok 4.1 kind of looks like this. Half of its value, its absolute killer feature, is still that incredible access to the live X feed. But a huge chunk of the story is that this update is a definite improvement in speed and smarts. And it also says a lot about the product team at XAI. They are just constantly shipping new stuff.
So here's the bottom line. Grok 4.1 isn't some revolutionary leap that's going to change the entire industry overnight. The source sums it up nicely, saying, it's not as game-changing as something like Gemini 3, but I'm definitely a fan. And really, that's it. It's a solid, really valuable improvement to an already unique tool.
And all this really leaves you with one final kind of mind-blowing thought. We just talked about a surprise update that makes a powerful tool even better. When the pace of development is moving this fast, you have to wonder, what capabilities that seem so advanced today, like instant video generation from a text prompt or automated research reports, what if that is just going to be standard everyday stuff in just 1 year from now?